Hope it's not, things aren't giving you too many problems right now. I do know that you were having some issues, and I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Charlie. Um, I haven't really decided what we're going to make today. I've got some things that percolating. I've got this package of beads and things that we sort of designed on the Thursday on our members live. Did we do that on our members live? Or did we do it in the morning? We might have done it in the morning. Um, about this sweater weather. No, this isn't sweater weather. This is from Bohemian Nights. Necklace, or I can make a band circlet, or we can just make some Halloween earrings. I'm gonna let you guys decide what you would prefer that we do. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. We have a lot of smoke in the air right now. So, watery eyes, runny nose, such fun stuff. We had lightning storms the last few nights, and we've developed a couple more fires in the national forest a little south of us, but not too horribly south, unfortunately. And hey, Tina. So it's a little smoky out, which was a pity because my company, um, they did get to see the mountains, but it was through the haze of smoke, which was sort of disappointing to me. I would have liked to have been able to show them the mountains nice and clear like we get them frequently, but it wasn't the case. But they did get to see everything they wanted to see in one way or another. Well, that's not quite true. They really wanted to see a bear, and none of them showed up for us. But that's the way it goes. So, so anyway, we have a choice. We can work on this 2-strand necklace that we pretty much designed the other day while we were here. I've got a band circlet designed that has this pretty little guy as its focal. Hey, Tammy. Or like I say, we can just make Halloween earrings. Now, I expected to make a lot of Halloween things while the ladies were here, but they didn't really care. They did make a couple pair of Halloween earrings, mostly because Liz made a bat necklace and a pair of earrings for two of her granddaughters. Um, then my niece made a couple pair of earrings for her daughter, and then the Liz made a stretch bracelet for herself, and Lisa made a stretch bracelet for her son. And I can't remember. I think she was keeping her bat necklace. So here's the other one I made. Lisa Lisa really loved the looper because they were having trouble with loops. That's the thing that most. Hey Beth. Hey Deborah. Hi Miranda. Hi Heather. Boy, a lot of folks came on. So anyway, a lot of they were having trouble with loops, which that's not surprising. That's a um, big thing that most people have trouble with. So I got out the looper and let him play with the looper, and Lisa really liked the looper, so that's what she was playing with most of the time. But I will take that to my show. I made these cute little pumpkin earrings. Let's get them to focus better. There we go. Now I do notice that this one is hanging different than this one. I don't know why. It's a little weird, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. They're still cute. So Thank you, Charlie. Whoever says that says loops are simple are yeah, being facetious. Yeah, I think you're right. I make a beautiful wrapped loop, but my simple loops they're not simple. They drive me nuts. Sorry. Anyway, we can do that. Or the other thing we could do is Gollum Beads. Gollum Studios had, yeah, I hate simple loops too. Had a wonderful trunk show over the weekend on Facebook. And I'll be the first to tell you I was naughty and bought a whole bunch. Of course, they're not here yet, but they are here. But I do. I did order some. Though I already did have some, but I did order more. I was naughty. I probably spent about $170 on some sets. And then I did some MTOs, which for those who don't know, that means made to order. That's good. So I'll be the first to say that I did buy some new Gollum beads. And I have been debating if we want to make a necklace, which we could do, or bracelet. If I make a bracelet, it's going to be a leather bracelet. They had some of these beads in one of the sets that they had on the show yesterday. But, I've been thinking of doing a necklace, but in order to do a decent necklace with a Gollum bead, it either has to be straight in the center, you know, in the middle of your leather, or you have to pull some kind of a trick to get it to fall where you want it to be. And that is if the leather will even cooperate. You need to put 2 strands through your bead. And I don't think 2 millimeter is small enough to do it. And I'm not sure if I even have any 1.5, and I know I don't have 1 because I don't like it. It's too thin. So I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. We'll see. I haven't decided. But oh, that's Finn. Okay. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Sid. Wow, a lot of people came on in the last few minutes. Hey, Cynthia. So I'm still debating what we want to do. I've got all kinds of goodies we could work on. Like I say, I have my Gollum beads out. And I actually have 2 of most things, though I only have 1 of the rainbow. Oh, he had a set of rainbows out there yesterday, and I was like, ooh, do I want those? And then I went, Rose, you already ordered 3 sets. You don't need any more. Had to make myself stop. I do have a rainbow one, which I got from Sam's. It's very pretty. Let's see. Use those beads, the Gollum beads. I have most of these I have doubles of because I was trying to debate if I could make earrings out of them. I've never tried. I have this one that looks like a sun with rays. I have This one, which is more of a poinsettia, that's for more Christmassy in my opinion. And then I have this other one that's a single. So I have made a double strand bracelet with my second one like this. And so I could do the same with any of these because, like I say, they don't lend themselves well to earrings because they're big. But this is one of my favorite ones here. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if it'll focus better. There we go. And I have used this one in a leather bracelet. But I love the ones with the flowers on them. I think they're so pretty. So there's that one. And the other side is more pinky. Where did I buy these? I think I got a lot of them from Softlex when they were selling them. They haven't sold them for a long time. But this is another one of my favorite ones here. It's double-sided. The other side is different. See? But I got most of mine from Softlex when they were selling them. And I have got some of, like I said, I got the one rainbow one from Sam's, and I got some of them in other trunk sales. But when I do get them from the trunk sales, a lot of times I'll just ask for them to just do MTOs with my favorites of these lintel style beads. I actually ordered 3. I actually claimed 3 sets this time, so when they come, they're going to be a lot different. These ones amuse me because this is a smaller one, but I have like 6 of these little guys. They remind me of gingerbread houses, so probably use those for a Christmas item. But where did Trunk Show? They have the ceramic bead. What is it called? Ceramic bead. Trunk shows are when they just are selling specific things at a specific time, and they're only on for so long. Sort of like when they do like they do a D-stash. It's not a D-stash, it's a regular show, but they only show specific things, and then you have to you have to claim them. They'll put a price out, and you have to claim whatever it is, if that's what you want, before somebody else does. And then they'll tell you if they can make more, and if they can make more, which is the MTO, then they do that sometimes. So let's get some pink beads out, maybe some red ones, and maybe make a bracelet or something with this big guy. You could make a necklace, but it's going to be you're home for a while, hon, at Georgina, not going up to the lake. It's cool. So then, if you were going to use this as a necklace, it's going to just have to be the focal. Hi, Dorothy. You think that Lima Beads has some? They probably do. And some of them I got when I went down to Tucson the one time I went down. So anyway, this is our bead. We're going to put it on some leather. And I need to get some pink to go with it. Possibly some red. Or even some white. Because it does have all those colors. Hey, Brandy. This one. It's pretty, isn't it? So the only thing is these beads are expensive. This bead is probably about $8. Could have been as much as 10. I didn't put the prices on them when I bought them, which I should have done. But so let's turn us down here. Turn. There's our bead right there in the center of my mat. We're going to raise that up a little bit. Turtle. And so we're going to decide if we want to put this baby on leather or if we want to just get some beads and do some leathering. Or if we want to, well, we're going to put it on leather, but are we going to make it into a necklace? Are we going to make it into a bracelet? We have natural, we have the Cordoba, and we have dark brown, as well as light brown or warm brown. I don't think I want the natural for this one. You think the dark, Brandy? I'm in debate. You like the lighter one, Dawn. Actually, I'm sort of leaning towards the lighter one too. It's a little brighter. It's not actually going to be near the bead anyway, so because we're going to put other beads around it. So this is going to go through here. Around. Still got to decide if we're doing a bracelet or a necklace. Either would work. Or I actually could do both because I have two of, no, this is the one I only have one of. So we have problem is we need some large hole beads, and do we have them? That is the question. It's appearing that's a no as far as the regular check glass beads are concerned. Doesn't look like we have any large hole. So I do have some ceramic large hole from Softflex that are in a purpley pink and some white ones. I think I still have some white ones. You're hoping, you got your fingers crossed that somebody's going to put a Gollum bead or two in your stocking for Christmas, Heather? Yeah. That would be a wonderful Christmas present, wouldn't it? So, here are my ceramic beads. Well, actually, this red sort of matches the red in the flower. No, not the purpley. I do have a few white left too. When I say a few, I really mean a few. So we've got the 2 whites, 2 reds. We were going more Christmassy. I have these cool white and red striped, but we're not going more Christmassy. So and then we have you know what? Where are they? Here are some. Nah, I don't want those spacer beads. What I was actually thinking of looking for here is, come on, what do I do with them? These are a silver gray, but so is the edging here about a gray color. So I'm not sure. We'll think. And I have some white ones, white pearls in here too, which would be pretty. Come on, you white pearls. Where are you at? Where'd I stick you at? Silver, big silver spacers. Oops, lost my little card. Well, that's all right. I don't really need it. Where the heck did I put my white pearls at? I've been getting stuff lately for large hole stuff and then just throwing it up onto my pile here. And well, my pile's getting a little overgrown with stuff, and now I'm not finding stuff. Time to put stuff away, right? But there they are. I knew I had some white, creamy white pearls. Maybe the white pearls instead of the white ceramic. Let's see what we think. Oh, that's right. I got all my large hole from my large hole beads from gemstone beads. I don't want the gray, I don't think. Let's see, where I put my large hole gemstones. Come here, babies. Let's see if there's anything we want using you. Oh. No, 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 no. Urgh. I just made everything slide. Let's see here. Nah. maybe. Well, these are all really pretty, but I don't really think there's anything amongst them that I really want to put with this. Closest would be the carnelian, and I'm not even sure about that. So, and I made everything that I have in a pile over here just go sliding all over the place. Let's see if it goes back into place there. Oh yes, I did have a whole bunch of large hole spacers rather than these ones I could use. These are nice spacers, but I don't want to use them, I don't think. I got some gold ones. I got some hammered silver. I have some, these are quite similar to these, but a little smaller. I have these little basket-like ones. Let's see what we want to use here. I find sometimes the best thing to do is just put things beside each other and see what I think about them as I go along. I think we'll stay with that guy, though the carnelian are very pretty. So pearl. I don't think we're going to be using the white ceramic after all. I like the pearl for two reasons. Number one, I like the difference in size. And then, you know, they have the white that's in the other thing. So now we can go with these gold spacers. I don't know, I'm leaning towards the silver. The gold makes it an entirely different look, but I'm thinking I like this silver better. So I think not these. And then we have the hammered silver, the regular silver, or the little basket silver. Let's try a couple of different ones and we'll see what looks better to us. So we can just pull this bunch out. We can put the basket in here. Would look like so. Or we have the hammered. Well, I don't need those all to come out, just a couple so I can see what we think. We'll get this second bunch out here and put them here with the hammered one between. the hammered. And then, of course, we'd have one close to the golem as well. Frankly, I'm leaning more towards the basket. I don't know why, but I am. Or we have just this one. It's got a little tiny pattern on it, but it's mainly just a... I don't think the hammer... You think it's too long? Yeah, in a way. I don't think I went for this hammered one, so I don't think it. Let's put some on and see what we think after it's on. Okay. I like it here, but I don't like it here. So let's pull these back off. And let's see what it looks like with just this little guy on. Yeah, I like that better. You'd put discs between them? Well, the only problem is got to have discs. And I know I have some. I gave some to, but they're like a daisy spacer disc kind of thing. I gave some to my niece the other day when she wanted some on a leather necklace we made. So let's see where I put them. Oh, baby girl. And the discs over here. Still. Spacers, spacers, spacers. Nope, nope, they're not still here, are they, sweetie? Let's see if they're right in this batch of stuff over here. Well, pooh. What did I do with those? with them. Let's see. Large silver. Come on. There you are. See if you'll fit on. I put these on suede lace the other day, but I don't know if they'll fit on these. Guess we'll find out. I'm debating right here. Does it need the secondary one of the round one too? Maybe not. Let's see. You like the daisy spacers? Yeah. Some of them have bigger holes than others, so I have to, that's why I'm pushing them around to see if I can find the biggest holes. What do you think, guys? Now the daisy spacer is pretty, but there's one other thing we could do as well if we wanted to. We could do a double. I don't think next to the golem, but I do think, we'll see what it looks like here, like this though. I need to move these off the edge of the table before I knock them down. So, here on. They're freshwater. They're freshwater, large hole freshwater pearls, Heather. So I like this here by the red one. I'm not sure about by the pearl. Yeah. One of the big round ones, Dorothy. Yeah, I had one there originally. And I just had the big silver beads like so. But actually could just do doubles all the way around here. Go back on there. Go away. Okay, this one has got something in it. This one needs cleaned. It's scratching the leather. Now see, if I do them like this, and then to hold the beads in place, I would put a crimp cover here, and then that mimics our round bead. So now I think this is getting long enough that we're becoming a necklace rather than a bracelet. Though I think it still could be a bracelet. It's not even all the way around. It's all right. It could still be a bracelet. But it's getting close to that length where it's turning into a necklace rather than a bracelet. Oh, that's a pretty big one. It's the sized one. In case anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find the largest of the pearls because these are freshwater, just drilled freshwater pearls, and so some are bigger than others. And I want to make sure that I get relatively large ones here so they don't just disappear into the silver. Let's see, that one's a little larger, so it looks a little better than the original one I had in there. I think those are the two biggest ones left now. No Lucy the pearls. So okay. I think I'm liking it like this. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you've learned a lot from us. That's what the purpose is. Because this, as a bracelet, is almost getting to be too long as far as the beads are concerned. As a necklace, it's plenty. It's about perfect. I'm thinking we're going to be making this like a 20 to 22 inch necklace because, as I say, we're getting too long for a bracelet, in my opinion, but I like the patterning here. Now, when I had, this is a favorite little piece right here. I really like this piece a lot, but when I just put the pearl right beside it without the daisy spacer in there, the pearl lost its oomph. So we put the little daisies in beside, give it that extra bit, and then I like it back better again. So I think this is how we're going to do this, like this, and this baby's going to become a necklace as opposed to a bracelet. I could make it a bracelet, but I'd probably want to take off this much. Hey, Carolyn. So, like this. Oh, are you talking about the double bead caps, Dawn? I don't think the hole is big enough. It's the biggest problem with things like that is sometimes the hole just isn't big enough. You're talking these guys? See, the hole isn't very big in there, unfortunately. Or that would be an interesting idea to use. But yeah, the hole is not big enough. So we're going to make this into, I think, probably about a 22-inch necklace. So we're going to cut our cord. That's 12. And I'm going to just cut 9 because we're going to put all our hardware on. So we'll cut this right here. No, I do not need my file 2. Not right now, anyway. So let's get the other side put together here. Looks like I'm going to need one more of these rounds. That's all right, we'll get it. Let's see. Oops, forgot the other daisy spacer. That's not good. Don't want to be forgetting your spacers. Now I've been rolling the ends of the leather between my fingers because as you start to put things on and smashes down some, if you roll it across your fingers across it, it gets more rounded again, so it's not making a mess out of the end of it there and screwing things up. So now what I'll do is oh boy, I had that pretty straight as it was. A little bit off. Okay, let's see. It needs to go that way a little bit. Now I went too far. It's this way. Now, don't want the golem to be shoved in there too hard, so now how did I do that? That's way off again. Closer, but still a little off. I obviously pushed it this way too much earlier. wasn't paying attention to any slack in there. Okay, this is going to be good enough because we can just cut a little bit off if we need to. Now, I don't want to make these too tight because I don't want the golem bead to be, come on, Rose, think of the word you want to use. Slammed in there, squished, however you want to put it. Now, these are crimp covers. These are 10 millimeter crimp covers, I believe. They say 6, but I'm not sure I believe that. Anyway, so what we're going to do is now we've got these at the end. We're going to take our pliers, take hold of them, and we're going to get these about where we want them. So they're not real loose, but they're not real tight. And then just push our crimp cover on the end and then close it, making sure it's there. That's a little trick Randy taught me. If they don't want to go on easily, grab hold of them, push them, and then push them down into your mat, and they'll usually go on pretty good. So let's make sure this isn't too tight. We want our golem bead to be able to sit properly. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we'll scoosh you. So now, even though these are smaller than these, they sort of melt in and look more like it's part of the pattern. So they're sort of natural-like. So now if you prefer, you can always cut a knot. I mean, tie a knot, cut a knot. Geez, Rose. Okay, now I've got it longer than I want it, so I'm just going to trim the excess off. Are you allowed to mention a gem and bead store sale? Yeah. Hi, Kimberly. So, of course, it will hang like this. Your golem will try to slide, but let's face it, they're both sides the same. And frankly, if they weren't, golem beads are gorgeous, whether they're the same or not. And sometimes they aren't. Let's see if we can get my golem beads back out easily again. And I'll show you what I mean. For instance, I think this one is, nope, this one is the same from side to side, see? But I know there was one, oh, it's this one. See this side? Then we flip it and it's a different, but they're both gorgeous sides, so it doesn't really make a difference which side it's on. So if it flips, hey, it flips. No big whoop. They're still pretty on both sides. This is another one that's different. So it's got a flower with a little bud. You flip it over and it's just the flower with the leaf. So I'm not generally a big ceramic bead fan, but let's face it, this guy, they're amazing. Just beautiful. So if they flip, who cares? But yes, you can mention a gem and bead store sale. Oh, that's all right, Kimberly. You need to sleep. For those who don't know, Kimberly just had surgery on her sinuses, so I think that's got to hurt. This piece right here, these are crimp covers, and I'm putting them there because see, once they're crimped, they hold the beads in place so they don't slide all over the place. If you don't want them, you could just put a regular, I could have just put a regular spacer here and let them roll around without any problem. But I like my beads to hold still on the wire, not on the wire, on the leather. So I put the spacer in there or the crimp cover in there to hold them in place. I wish I had taken pictures or still had them. The people that were here for my members live, and I do have a membership if you were to want to join, it's $4.99 a month. And you get a members live every Thursday afternoon. And if I do recorded videos, I try to get those up earlier for, excuse me, for the members. So, anyway, my sister-in-law showed the pieces that she made on Thursday on our members live. I think we showed Lisa's too, but Lisa didn't want to get on camera, but Liz was, so that was pretty cool. So there's my crimp ends. They went back to Wisconsin yesterday, so started with a bracelet and changed to a necklace. The bead strands were getting too long, but I didn't want to take anything off. Oh, these spacers, daisy spacers. These are antiqued, and sometimes when they have the antiquing on them, the antiquing goes in and doesn't come out of every place you want it, and it fills up some of the space. So what I do when that happens is I take my bead reamer. See, this one has quite a bit right around the edge right there, and just ream it just a little bit to get that extra little bit of antiquing out of here. And it makes for quite a bit bigger hole, actually. So that's all I was doing, was just getting the extra antiquing out of our spacer bead. Yes. Fire Mountain Gems and Beads are having a 70% sell on a lot of items. Cool. Oh, somebody bought the necklace that with the bead that you bought for me. That's cool. That's wonderful, Dorothy. I'm glad to hear it. It's always nice to know that the pieces you make are appreciated, isn't it? You know what I really love? Um, I love it when somebody buys one of my pieces and then then they wear it to show it to me. I think that's great. Come on. Okay. I think this is the one I rolled a little bit already. There we go. In is. Now, when you get these on with the teeny touch. Now, Leather Cord USA advises this lock type super glue for their leather pieces. So once you get it on, put a little dab in here, slide it on, and then there's this little, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little band in between the two sides, and you need to take this and squish them, and then turn it and squish the other side as well. Now, don't over squish, because I have broken that little band before. It felt good to sell it even though you wanted it. Dorothy, I do that too. There are times when I go and I really love something. And if I really, really love it, it stays automatically at home. If I love it, but she attends your church, so hopefully you'll get to see her wear it. That would be great, wouldn't it? If I love it, but I tell myself, you can't keep it, you can't, then I make myself the promise. I'm going to put it on the sell table just once or maybe twice. And if it doesn't sell in those first couple of times that I've got it on the sell table, then it's mine. So, oh, I didn't push it all the way up right away. And now, there we go. Oops. Always keep a paper towel close to you, so when you over glue, like I've got a little bit too much right here, you can wipe it off a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to squish that little piece right there, and turn it and squish the other side. So now there's two things holding this, the glue holding it in, and that little band that you've squished a little bit. So I'm going to let this dry for just a bit. And, but yeah, that's one of my favorite things is when somebody comes back and shows me that how it looks with them wearing it. I think it's wonderful. So, let this dry for a little while, then we'll put a lobster claw and some jump rings on. All right, lobster claws, where are you? I thought I had you sitting right here, but I guess I moved them. Yeah, that's what I always say, Dorothy. I'll give it one. If I really, really love it, it stays with me automatically. If I love it, but, well, I could part with it, it'll go on the table, and then it's going to be, how much love do I have for it? If it's really loved, but not quite automatic keeper love, then it's on the table once. Don't sell that time, it's home. If I love it just a little bit less, I'll give it 2 times on the table. But that's it. There will be no more. Actually, I could just look around on the floor. I dropped my lobster claws the other day, if you guys will recall. Had a whole bunch of them fall on the floor, though I did manage to find most of them, I think. So test this, make sure it's working good. It is fine. And we'll give this just a little bit more time to dry. That's your problem. If you love it, you keep it. So, yeah, that's pretty common. Anyway, it is for me. So, somebody asked how much I would charge for this. Well, if I recall right, I figured out the leather is about, well, these ones I got from Sam are 27 cents an inch, but those cost me a little bit more, so probably close to 30 cents an inch. No, a foot. Sorry, 30 cents a foot. And there's about 2 feet there. So we're going to go with 60 cents. 40. These were, I think those are $2.49 for 4, $2.39 for 4. So about $1.20 for the 2. Lobster claws are 40 cents. These are about 44 cents a piece, though they're going up in price, unfortunately. So, now our crimp, these two are about 10 cents. So that's about 20 cents. Let's see. These are 7 cents each. So 7, 14, 21, 42.84. The round ones were $1 for 10, so they're 10 cents each. 60. These ceramic ones are 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents each, if I remember right. Come here, you guys. Yep, that's what they are, 50 cents each. So that's $1 for those two. The pearls are about 57 cents each. So that's $2.28. And then there's our golem bead. The least I've found a golem bead of this size for is about $7. And they run up to about 10. So I'm going to average it at, I'm just going to say 8 for it because I don't remember how much this one was per particular. Now my base price is $15.22. So, and we've been on for over an hour, but it, well, yeah, it might have taken me that long. So it's going to come out to about the same price whichever way I go, because if I go for my $30 for an hour, that makes it be, no, it doesn't, because this times 2. Got to do our times 2. So that's the base we start with, and I either do times 4, which would be another times 2, or I do this price plus my hourly rate, which is $30 right now. So it's going to be about $60 either way. So times 2 more is $60.88. So it's going to be about, it's either, if I can leave it at like, you know, it'd be about 6, I guess 62 be about right. You sell the necklace right off your neck. That's cool, Sid. The only problem I have with selling things that I'm already wearing is that I haven't priced it, because it is something I have kept for myself, so I haven't bothered to price it. The only thing I've done is price the beads and my supplies out so that I can remove them from my inventory, you know, when I do my when I have a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with everything I make, everything I spend, And then if I purchase or if I keep something for myself, then I have to take what I've got for myself out of my expenditures because it's not something that's going to get used for somebody else. I'm using it for myself. So so then it becomes a personal expense rather than a business expense. So I have to know I'm keeping it to do that. And if I don't know I'm keeping it, if I'm putting it on the sell stuff, then I need to price it so I have the right pricing in it. Now this didn't come together entirely, so I'm going to bring it and I'm going to work it. See, I'm just wiggling it a little bit back and forth here with a teeny bit of forward pressure. And I'm waiting for it for me to hear that telltale scrape as the two pieces go together. I think it just did. There we go. So and we're done. So I think it made a really pretty little necklace. I do have, no, this was my single one. I was going to say I do have one more of these, so I could make a bracelet if I wanted to, but I would be lying because this was one of my single ones that I had left. But I think it turned out very pretty. So there we go. Now there are some times when I make a piece that I look at it and go, oh, that's going to cost an awful lot to sell it. What I would be charging for it would be, quite a high price. And so those ones I tend to not put them out right away, though I will do it sooner or later, but it's like, well, here, just a second. I'll show you one that I'm talking about. Take you out of the way. Okay, you're flipped. Let's get you flipped properly. So this is turquoise, as in it's turquoise. And this piece here. These are also turquoise. These are Tibetan pieces. And they cost $13 a piece. So this one, when I figured its pricing out, it would be, with all the turquoise beads and everything in it, would be, even though these are nuggets, they're not cheap. You know. Yeah, this is a statement piece. More. Go up, Dorothy. It's more. It's 62. This would be 62. The pearls are 57 cents a piece. These ceramic beads are 50 cents a piece. This is about $8. And that's a sort of maybe price. I did put the price on it when I bought it. Golem beads tend to be anywhere from about $7.50 to $10, sometimes even $11. So yeah, this is from Randy. These are pieces I got from Randy. So this would be $62. And so I have never taken this, because these are real turquoise nuggets. This is real turquoise in the Tibetan piece. A couple of the discs are actually howlite, but most of these are turquoise, real turquoise as well. And the only reason I used one disc that's howlite is because I wanted the size, because I was dropping it down in size. But everything else is real turquoise. So when I figured its price, I believe it came out to $250. So yeah. So it's been sitting on a bust above me here, because I'm like, oh man. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Kimberly. Those things are expensive. Um, but yeah, actually, it might have been like 264 when I figured its price out, but it was in that price range. Um, so it's been sitting on a bust up here because I was a little bit leery about taking it anywhere to try and sell it. My husband has told me that if I'm not going to sell it, I should just take it down and take the price out of my inventory stuff and wear it myself. Or he said, or just take it to a couple of shows and see what happens. Or wear it to a couple of shows and see if anybody comments. So so it's yeah, it's a statement piece. It's very pretty. I don't wear a lot of necklaces when it comes right down to brass tacks. Not saying I don't keep them, because I do. Um, but that's yeah. And it's also a little special to me because when it comes right down to it, Randy gave me these pieces for helping her when Sievert died. So yeah, exactly. So anyway, I have debated taking it to shows, but I haven't ever done so. But it's it's a special piece. How does it lay? Well, let's turn it over. Let's turn this over here. Come on, flip. like so. Yeah, it is very sentimental because, like I said, I did make this from these pieces that Randy gave me for helping her. Uh, well, during the whole issue with Sievert and when he died and everything. So, it is pretty special. But it's one of those. I don't wear a lot of necklaces. When I do, well, that doesn't just sit with anything. So it's like, oh. Yeah, so it's been sitting up here on this neck bust for quite some time because even though I know it would be about $260, I I haven't been able to bring myself to sell it. So it's yeah. So anyway, you go back up onto your bus, baby. So just keep it. I should wear it. Yeah. And actually being turquoise, you could wear it with blue jeans if you wanted to. I'm just a little leery of using it. But it's sort of like the hot air balloon. Do you members remember the hot air balloon we made during the summer? For those who haven't seen it, there it is. Hot air balloon sun catcher. Look at all those beautiful beads. I never have found a little man I wanted to put in my basket. But I figured this one out the other day and it's about 320. So it's another one of those that's just been sitting here hanging on my tripod. Now, my niece, when she was here, she said, you know, I know people that do hot air balloon stuff. I know a fellow who has 3 of them, and they would buy that in a heartbeat. And I'm like, huh. Even at that price? Yes, even at that price. They pay thousands of dollars for their balloons. Why would they not pay something for something like that? So anyway, guys, we've been on only almost for our half hour. It's going to be time for Heather in a half hour. So we're going to go. I will excuse me. I will probably do a video. I will probably do a recorded video of my of the band circlet I've been planning on making. I've got one designed. I was going through my circlets when my company was here, trying to decide how many I needed. I have 4 regular wire ones made and 4. You loved that too? Yeah, it was fun. But anyway, Fire Mountain just popped up an ad for me, and it looks like what they have on here is trade beads. Some chevron trade beads. Very pretty. Oops. Knock that off entirely. That wasn't what I wanted to do. But might be what we get. So, yeah. Sorry, got distracted. Beads. You just noticed my, oh, these are sort of old. I've made these a few years ago. Is that Spirit Bear? This is a turquoise bead down here. Can't remember what this brown bead is. And then we have a little cocopelli down here at the bottom. That's true, Dorothy. There's things I've had on my table off and on for 3 years, and I'm thinking to myself, time to tear it apart. It's not going anywhere, and just use it for, the beads for something else, and then it'll sell. So anyway, this is what we made today. Ta-da. Now see, the golem bead's flipping. Of course, when you wear it, it's not going to, because it's going to be sitting on your chest. So your chest itself is going to hold it in place. So yeah, this would be 62. And I think it turned out really pretty. These are freshwater pearls in here, and then the golem bead, and then the reds are ceramic beads. So I think it turned out quite nicely. I'm pleased with it. So I tend to hoard my golem beads because, hi Lindsay, you're going to check out the cell, Kimberly? Yeah. I don't buy a lot of gemstones from Gem Mountain because theirs tends to be B grades, or not there's an N on some of them, but those means they're not graded. However, folks, I don't know if they'll be on sale, but we may have to go check. That's where I get my crow skull, my raven skulls. So, raven skulls. That's where I get these at, is at Fire Mountain. Also, Fire Mountain now has some flatback crystals that I don't remember what they call them, but I think they are Austrian crystals nowadays, with a different name than they used to be on. But you're a big golem hoarder too. Yeah. I love them, the golem beads, but they are spendy. And so you know that anything you start, no matter what you do, you're looking at least $40, $50. So no matter what you do, because that golem bead is not cheap. So anyway, we are going to go get ready for Heather. She'll be on in 25 minutes. We'll see you later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, before I forget, if you want to join my membership, it is $4.99 a month, and there should be a link down in my description to get there. So we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. I beat you to a set this weekend, but it was so pretty. I was skimming through it because they're getting ready to start cleaning the site up, and I found like 4 sets that, well, it might even been more than that didn't sell. And I'm like, oh, look at, no, you don't need that. You already got 3 sets. Just quit it. So anyway, we'll see you all later. As in tomorrow, if not over at Heather's channel. And we'll see you later. This has been Rose from Rose's Garden. Like I said, if you want to join my membership, it is $4.99 a month. You, at the very least, you get your own live every week on Thursday afternoon. So we'll see you later. You bought 10 sets? Oh, Kimberly, ouch. I think the minimum was the rainbow set for $30 for the set, and the next ones up were a couple of the ones I bought were 48, and then it's 50, and then 52 and 55, and I think there was even a couple of $70 ones in there. So that's gonna be spendy. So say bye-bye, paycheck. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.